These are a pair of my socks, the kind I used to wear to work. Haven't put on a pair since mid-March. What does import data tell us about how the coronavirus is affecting how we live our lives? Quite a bit, in fact. In looking at socks, raspberries and strawberries, pantyhose and bras, pinto beans and black beans, lipstick and eye makeup, shrimp, salmon and crabs, and even men's underwear, there's a portrait that unfolds. Here's what happened with socks. In April, as the coronavirus was racing into our consciousness, we just slammed on the brakes. Americans, it seemed, went home and did what I did. Left them in the drawer. The dominant type of socks imported, those with synthetic fabrics like these, fell to their lowest monthly level since March of 2013. That's a lot of socks ago. May and June, it's almost as if there was some sort of epiphany. Man, I might need some socks someday. Better go out and buy some. So they increased a little. Pinto beans, black beans, those small red beans, double the value from last year. Highest total on record. And here's one that might surprise you. Seems we can't get enough Brussels sprouts. Imports are double what they were 5 years ago, 10 times what they were a decade ago. I cut mine in half, dropped them in a cast iron skillet with a thin layer of oil, letting the outer leaves fall off and get crispy, then sprinkle with cayenne pepper. Tastes better than they smell. Back to what we wear. Imports of bras dropped to the lowest level since November of 2003 in May, rebounding slightly in June. Don't know if they're being left in the drawer like my socks or left to fray a little bit. Pantyhose are at half the value of 5 years ago. On track for the lowest total in at least 15 years. Rest assured they are being left in the drawer, as all those working women working from home are saying, nah. Men's and boys' underwear. This one's a little disturbing. Imports of good old-fashioned cotton underwear in May were not only the lowest total I could find going back 17 years, more than 200 months, the second lowest totals were nearly double the total from May of this year. Even with a rebound in June, you have to go back to 2014 to find 3 months when the value did not top 100 million 3 months in a row. My initial theory: women buy men's underwear. They buy them for their boys and their husbands. They also buy makeup for themselves. You know, lipstick, eye makeup, and the like. And while they might not need those pantyhose to appear professional on their Zoom meetings, and while money might be a little tight, meaning not enough for the underwear and the makeup, well, I was wrong. The tally for imported lip preparations was the lowest in May than in any month since March of 2012. Mascara, eyeliner, and the like, the May total was the lowest since March of 2003. Back to men. What about those dreaded neckties? Accelerating a trend, imported neckties, particularly those made of silk, are at their lowest levels this century. Perhaps the tie's stranglehold on men's business attire and men's necks has finally been undone. So to recap, so far, we're not spending on our appearances, or even those things that don't appear, at least not intentionally. But food? Yes to pinto beans and Brussels sprouts. And yes, it turns out, to raspberries. They are on a record pace. Oddly, strawberries are down, as are blueberries. Bananas are holding their own. Keep in mind the shift in volume to our homes and away from restaurants and hotels, where waste is higher. So, chances are, more strawberries and blueberries are actually being consumed rather than dumped, along with all those bananas and raspberries. Most of our chicken, pork, and beef is domestic, so no clues in import data there. But our fish and seafood, we import a great deal. Crabs and frozen salmon fillets, two of the most popular imports, are on a record-setting pace for the year, though that growth has slowed. Frozen shrimp imports, however, hit a total in May that was the lowest since February of 2013. All in all, it appears we're eating a little better and caring a little less about our appearance. Not much of a silver lining, but these days, hey, you take what you can get. I'm Ken Roberts, and this has been another episode of Trade Matters. Thanks for watching, for commenting, and sharing.